Wow.
Oh,
She said
yeah.
innocent
Innocent. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
This is
She's
so many layers. So many
So,
layers, aliens. I
what
just,
was the sign that your relationship was over?
oh geez. Which relationship?
That's what I was gonna say. We're talking listening.
man.
Any Roll young a ones?
You
die.
mean like the school relationships or like the ones after school, the marriage, like which one?
The familial relationships that you had to put the kibosh on.
Whichever one had the clearest sign.
Oof. Well, I can definitely start out with this one, if you guys don't mind. I was married once upon a time, and so the very clearest indicator that my relationship was over was just we literally didn't even talk anymore. And I think um, one day, oh yeah, I remember one day I came home and the dogs were gone and I was trying to find them, and then when he finally came home, I asked him where the dogs were, and he was like, "Well, I don't want to take care of them anymore, so I sent them to the shelter." And so that was the day I knew our relationship was over. So I ran to go get those dogs and filed for divorce, and that was it.
Who
That's
just
what I was like, who does that? Like,
oh,
who
oh.
didn't even ask if you wanted the dogs? It was just like, I don't want to take care of them. Let me get rid of. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Y-
Was there
Uh,
like previous contention around the dogs?
yes and no. It was one of those things to where they were originally my dogs. They came from my two dogs, and
all the
he
more like
loved
all the
those
more
dogs.
like I'm so sorry. I'm
Uh,
so sorry. But like
and
all
I'm
like
happy you're divorced.
all the more like they weren't even his dogs to begin with. Like the
I
I am
know.
like my mind is blown at the audacity of
Well, it gets even worse though because what happened afterwards is the reason why he was actually able to do that because we were living together by that time, and it and so when I went to go try to find them at the shelter, they were not there, and so to make a bad story worse, because he was getting out of the military a week later. So what I didn't know is that he had his parents come
damn.
over and take the dogs
What?
and like yeah, and they drove them to a different state, to their home state, and like a year later I got a phone call saying that they couldn't take care of the dogs, so they dropped them off at a kill shelter, and they were calling me saying if you don't pick up the dogs within a day, they're going to get, euthanized. And of course, me being in a completely different country at that time, I couldn't do anything.
Wait, so
Wow.
instead of letting you have your dogs, he
He
sent them
went
to his
outside of
parents,
his
like
way.
to let someone else take them who ended up not being able to take care of them. Okay.
Yeah, I told you that's the sign I knew it was over. So,
I
just,
mean,
just a normal conversation.
Hmm, yeah. Well, I was married to you